Trigger warning. Violence and adult themes will be discussed. Satire and humor are commonly used to help digest strong topics. Education and conversation are welcome. Viewer discretion is advised. Guys, gals, and guests, honey, I always wait until the last minute to take a sip. I always wait until I'm right here before I decide to take a sip. But how y'all doing this evening? We got some things to talk about, honey. We done been on here for quite some time. This last stream, and it looked like we might be here a little bit of time in this stream too. But this time I ain't got to worry about my chicken wings, honey. But what we are going to have to worry about is some of this tea. Child, it's getting hot outside, and you know how people act up when they get hot outside. Let's go. Got the right bitch, no lefty. Walking my truth, don't fuck with my 17. Crawl for you, walk, run it, catch me. Got a sharp tongue, spit it, machete. Mean beat, but a nigga never slept me. Watch your mouth unless you wanna catch these. Mic check, testing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, baby? If you can hear me, then you can queer me, baby. And we can do it very queerly, baby, because it's Pride Month, honey. Ow! So we got to sing the song. On the first day of Pride Month, my true love gave to me 5 flaming fabs, 4 thin queen spanning 3 third legs, 2 touch me nots, and a pair of power bottoms in a suite. A pair of power bottoms from DC. Yeah. Child, honey, got a couple of updates for y'all. Now, y'all know we had talked about Joseline Hernandez cabaret, and we had talked about lemon pepper wings, how they had gotten into it over there at the zoo, because Joseline said that she was going to start her own streaming app because she's tired of making other people billionaires, and she ain't even a billionaire yet. That's what she said. She said, and then y'all got the nerve to be letting Natalie Nunn and all them little scum bucket baddies talk crazy to her. That's what she said. She didn't use the word scum bucket, but she was using other colorful language. She said, y'all got the nerve. You feeling it on my time. Remember she had did Surviving Zeus, Surviving Lemuel Pepper, honey, and she was talking about how it was bodies. She was talking about how they had bodies, and I ain't talking about Scotty. Talk about how they had bodies at the Zeus offices. Honey, say you walk in looking for a contract, baby, and you get taken out in a casket. That's what Joseline has said, remember? And Lemmy had came back and he had said all of those things were not true. Honey, allegations, redact, retract, relax, relate, release. You know, he had said all those things. Child, well, honey, they didn't made up. Long story short. I honestly don't even care enough to go any further with that. They done made up. Child, I don't know if they was ever really beefing. I mean, who knows with the way that they promote and market over there at Zeus. Maybe this was preparation for the next year cabaret. Maybe they was just trying to get something in the headlines to stall the next season of cabaret because Joseline didn't trust none of the girls to fill in for her as the captain cabaret. Am I making sense? Are you following me? Long story short, I wouldn't be surprised if this was all a scheme that Ty set up to come to us with the bullshit. But baby, I don't care because I'm going to kiki at Joseline every time. Every time she get on the internet and cut up, baby, guess what I'm going to do? Kiki. And I thank you. Child, speaking of kikiing, I don't know if Shamar really wrote this. Yes, Shamar from Bad Boys, Dominican Republic. Yes, crooked letter, Shamar. Yeah. I don't know if Shamar really wrote this or not. I don't know if he had a proofreader. I don't know if he had an editor, publisher, or what. But this was a key. He gonna say R.I.P. TK. It should have been Akbar. My God, today. I don't know enough about TK to know whether or not it should have been Akbar, but I know enough about Akbar to know that she gets on my damn nerves, being transphobic and homophobic. But I mean, what do you expect from one of the IEP girls? What do you expect from somebody who can rap but can't write nothing that they rapping? You feel what I'm saying? Like, she's writing the raps technically, but just not spelling the words right. You know what I mean? Am I making sense? She's slow. I have been told y'all that Akbar was slow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Her and Special K was sitting in classes together. Remedial classes, I'm sure. You don't have to worry about her being in the AP or college prep anything. You feel what I'm saying? Are we seeing each other? Or am I just seeing Akbar waving by to her mother on the little bus by myself? Speaking of little bus, that was a key. I don't know. Again, I don't know if Shamar wrote it, but it was a key if he thought it up nonetheless. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Ciao. Update, honey, on y'all favorite pedo. Honey. Boosie Badazz. Boosie Bedazzle, honey. Also known as Boosie Badazz, honey. It but when we behind closed doors, honey, when he with the girls, when he with his people, in the gated community, honey, they call him Boosie Bedazzle. And I don't think that's because he be bedazzling cell blocks. No, I don't. I'm just joking. I don't know what they call his ugly ass behind bars. But anyway, he might be back there soon. I told y'all they was going to lock his ass up. I told y'all they was going to lock his raid roach infested ass up. I told y'all that they was going to lock up King Cockroach. Told y'all they was going to get him. Yeah, remember he had bust the person with the hookah bottle. Child, well, apparently he was on probation and his probation officer wants him back behind bars. Uh-uh. This the people who y'all agree with and y'all put on a pedestal when they tell you to hate other black people who ain't doing nothing to you just for being queer or being trans. These the people y'all follow. Honey, these the people y'all follow. Honey, make sure you follow him to his JPay so that y'all could get y'all commissary on time because it looks like that's the only place you're gonna be following Boosie in the near future. Yeah, at least the only place he can respond. Yeah, lock his ass up, honey. Child, if you ain't good for the community, I'm not understanding your purpose. We don't need you. But next, honey, he contributing to men and males in his family being oversexed and oversexualizing other people. And what do you think happens when you start people at a young age exploring adult things before they're an adult? It usually warps their mind when it comes to adult things because they began when they were a child. Before their brain was ready. You done desensitize the children and then you're going to be mad if they get desensitized to and start wanting it vigorous. You're going to be mad if they get desensitized to the cat and start wanting meat. You're going to be mad if they start wanting dingling. Well, you've been throwing cat in their face and you street cat. Been throwing in their face since they was in middle school. So what you think going to happen by the time they 30? And how do you think that their love life gonna work out when their first introduction to intimacy in a romantic way was escort? And I'm being nice saying the word escorts. I know there's some people you got off the corner. Yeah. And we just call them hookers. Yeah, honey, speaking of hookers, child, this is so embarrassing. Did y'all see that? This is so embarrassing. Mia Thornton from the Housewives of Potomac. Y'all remember Mia, honey, light skinned girl. She had left the one old dark skinned man and took all his coins to be with the younger, lighter skinned man. Y'all remember? And she was supposed to be moving to Atlanta and she thought she was going to get on Housewives of Atlanta and all that. Well, this white woman want to know why did she put her head on her. The white woman wants to know why Mia put her head on the white woman's body. Mia posted it. Honey, she posted it and she added the song Chris Brown's Perfect Timing featuring Friday. Honey. And she wrote Perfect Timing with hearts and kisses. Ooh, girl, it was perfect timing for a moment, I guess. Baby, Sophia responded and said, please, can you remove the picture of me with your head on it? And can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? Was it? I gotta make it small. I gotta make it small. I got a dollar. I got a dollar. Y'all see it now? Yeah. Yeah. This, honey, I had to steal the screenshot from somebody else because Mia deleted the picture. Mia deleted it. Mia should have never posted it. Honey. Mm, 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 mm. Mia got me confuzzled from the secondhand embarrassment. Why Mia put her face on that white woman's body? She didn't use a black woman. Hell, light as she is, she could have used a Puerto Rican woman, honey. She could have damn near used woman from any ethnicity in the world. But she chose a white woman with a BBL and implants. You know they not built like that naturally. Y'all know they not built like that naturally. Y'all know that they built like Whirlpool refrigerators naturally when they thick. Their thick is being built like a block. Y'all know how they be built triangular and stuff, honey. Have a whole bunch of hips and gut and don't have no ass and all that kind of stuff. Well, some of y'all might haven't seen a natural white woman's body thick. I don't think there's any in the public eye, especially not with Ozempic. Everybody's on the GOP one. I ain't never seen people be so excited to be diagnosed diabetic in my life. You got type 1, type 2, and type 3. Type 3 means tell the doctor to tell the people that I'm diabetic so that I can get the prescription for the GLP-1. Type 3 is no, I'm really not diabetic, but we really going to take these shots. Y'all see all y'all favorite celebrities coming back out now. You think it's a coincidence? No, it's called Manjaro. I was thinking about it, honey, but everybody that I know personally who's on that shot, honey, they be getting sick and all that. Baby, I ain't got time for that. Honey, if I wanted to get sick to lose weight, honey, I already knew how to be bulimic. Been there, done that. Don't recommend it. Do not recommend it because, baby, you're going to have to live with the issues from that bulimia for the rest of your life. Your whole digestive tract will be fucked up. You hear me? Mm. Baby, count calories and work out. That's what I recommend. That's what I recommend. But what I don't recommend is Morton Steakhouse, because we got to find out what's going on. Especially if you a toker like me, honey. Y'all know I'm the Billy Kebab queen, honey. Baby, y'all know I'm a blow a Billica down, honey. Well, honey, apparently you can't blow a Billica. And they not a fan of the can of buy at Morton Steakhouse, honey, because if you come in smelling like ganja, then their ganja kick your ass out, is what their ganja do. Lord, I tried to make ganja work real bad, didn't I? Child, get into this skit, honey. The man tells the couple that they got to leave on Father's Day because they smell like Billica.
Around the restaurant. I understand. Unfortunately, it's an offensive odor, so we can't have that in the dining room. Okay?
Your red hair isn't professional for this restaurant either.
I apologize, but
Putting us out because we smell like weed is crazy.
Child, put them out because they smell like Billica. Said that the smell was offensive, honey. She said that his hair was offensive. Are y'all offended? This is probably somebody who gonna say they non-binary, but they not one of my siblings, cause that hair is a fool. I ain't related to nobody who wear their hair like that. Not a ombre bob, a choppy bob, a layered bob at the bottom. It's a lot going on, baby, and it's a lot going on when we live in a country that is legalizing marijuana, but you can't even walk in the establishment smelling like it. I personally think that this is BS. Let's see her caption. KK and the ginger beer man said, "This funny looking muck could put us out the restaurant while trying to celebrate Father's Day because another customer complains about us smelling like Billicas. The odor is offensive to some customers. Bitch, your hair is offensive. Go on. Do not support Morton Steak. This is discrimination. People can walk in smelling like ass and cigarettes, no problem. But we can't walk in smelling like the Billica. And you know what? I'm going to stick beside him. I'm going to stick beside him because I think that this is a violation. I do think that this is a violation because, for one, you have to keep in mind the Rastafari, the Billica and the cannabis is part of their religion. So you going to kick people out of a restaurant because of their religious practices? Just because it offends some of the other guests? Honey, people could be offended by anything. If we kicking people out of restaurants based on them being offended, I don't think y'all would have too many white customers. Nowhere. Because as soon as somebody of color walk in, some of the crackers is going to be offended. But no, seriously. This is a slippery slope. Morton Steakhouse, this is not a route you want to go. Again, we are living in a society that is continuing to legalize and incorporate cannabis into our everyday lives, into our socialization. And now you're going to say that you can't smell like that coming up in your restaurant. Do you realize that a lot of people going to smoke to be hungry enough to eat y'all food? I mean, do y'all realize that that's what most smokers do? Smoke before they eat and or after? Like, do y'all know that it gives people an appetite to buy your products that you sell? Food. Because somebody got offended. And they said that it wasn't a racial component to it. They said it wasn't a racial component to it, even though KK and the gingerbeard man, their whole comment section was giving nasty, nasty, nasty anti-black racism. Honey, they were going in on KK about being a Negro. They did not like the fact that she had one of their white men's, especially not no white man who could afford to take her to Morton Steakhouse and plenty other restaurants they go to, because that little clip was from another steakhouse that they was at like the day before. Yeah, they say it had nothing to do with race. Is what is what the manager says. Is what the man with the red tip said. Child, ain't had nothing to do with race, but I find it hard to believe that had that white man had a whole white family, that they would have kicked them out because they smelled like cannabis. I'm wondering if any customers would have even complained if it was an all-white couple smelling like cannabis. I ain't never seen white people get kicked out of nowhere for smelling like cannabis, now that I think about it. But most, if not all, the white people I know smoke or consume in some way. And see, that's what I mean, a slippery slope when it comes to offensive. Because again, it is very possible, and it could be very easily argued in a court that it's possible, it's likely, that those customers could have been offended by an interracial relationship. And so that may have had a huge effect on why they decided to complain. And I'm curious to the manager, if somebody was so offended by the smell, by them smelling like marijuana, why didn't you volunteer to move one of the tables? And how close are these people sitting if you could smell somebody else's perfume over your food? We in a whole restaurant where food is being cooked and all you can smell is my bilica. I find that hard to believe. And I mean, again, we talking about offensive smells, slippery slope. So you telling me, Morton, that I can go in there and I could complain about one of your customers' perfume and they get kicked out? Is that what we're gonna start doing? We can just pick people out and say that we don't like the way that they smell and they get kicked out of restaurants? Because again, if we're gonna do that, it's gonna be a lot of white people that ain't gonna be able to sit down and eat. It's a slippery slope. Honey, y'all know what they say. They say that y'all smell like puppies. Puppies in a thunderstorm. Speaking of thunderstorm, child, this is an example of when y'all going to see that I'm not always on black people's side. I don't know if y'all seen this foolishness, but trigger warning: violence against the elderly.
This woman assaulted my mom, Arabelia, the street vendor shown in the video. She came up to my mom trying to intimidate her and extort her for money, telling my mom she needed a permit to sell in the street, which is not true. After my mom refused, she told my mom go back to Mexico and made some racist comments towards her, which I won't repeat here. She then grabbed a bottle of spicy sauce and poured it all over her hot dogs. At this point, my mom felt fear and the need to defend herself. The lady then tackled my mom and attacked her on the head multiple times. Thankfully, there were people there to defend my mom and stop the woman from further assaulting my mom.
Child, she commences to dragging that woman, honey. It's a mess.
Afterwards, the woman got up and continued assaulting my mom by destroying all of my mom's food. Needless to say,
Baby, just in case it's copyright, we gonna go ahead and chop that. But yeah, she turned and she twirled that lady's fruit stand, her hot dog stand. Mm, 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 mm. I'd be so embarrassed of you niggas. This is what I mean when I say I can't stand niggas. This is an example of a nigga, honey, for attacking that woman like that. Even if that woman didn't want to sell you a hot dog or whatever, even if that woman called you out your name, that was no excuse to beat on that. It's outside of putting her hands on you or somebody you love, there is no excuse to have attacked that woman like that. Period. And see, situations like this make me feel bad because y'all know I get up here and I kiki and I joke and I could be satirical and I could be sarcastic, but then I have to remember that not everybody is smart enough to realize what's right and what's wrong. Yes, there might be friction between the Black community and the Latino community. Yes, there might be friction against within American society because of immigrant families and descendants of immigrants and all of those things. Never no excuse to put your hands on people. Black people, this ain't it. Brown people, this ain't it. I tell y'all all the time, fighting the wrong enemy. I don't know what was going on with this lady, but clearly something was going on with this lady. And I want to make it very clear that she is not a representation of any Black people I know. I don't know a Black person personally that would have done that. I don't. Can't think of one. And I got a whole family full of them. And even as crazy as those motherfuckers are, I couldn't see them doing that. This ain't it. We have enough enemies against all people of color. We have enough stuff that we need to figure out amongst people of color. This ain't it. But child, I was informed that she responded. Tizzy had posted that she responded, but he didn't give us the full response. So, y'all, I'm getting ready to get into it, honey. This is going to be a blind reaction for me. I haven't heard any of this. So I'm apologizing ahead of time if anything is offensive. Cause child, we seen how she act, you know, telling what she'll say. This is the lady who attacked, this is the Black woman who attacked the Latina lady.
Okay, first of all, stop fucking like telling my nigga shit, post my like fucking tagging him and shit. The nigga know what the fuck is going on. He know what the fuck is going on. Stop adding his name into it if he was not fucking there. He was not there. He was not at the situation, so he has nothing to do with the situation. On my mama, I make my own decisions and shit. Yeah, stuff cracked down. Stuff went down. On my mom. But if y'all look at the video, she threw tahini in my face. All I did was a destruction, maybe a little bit destruction of property, but she threw tahini in my face. In my face. And after that, that's when I attacked her. I guess she's older and stuff. And I get people feel like, okay, you old people respect you, do. But once you physically assault me first, I'm gonna retaliate. And yes, I'm not saying me putting chamoy and stuff was okay on her hot dogs, but damn, on my mama, she did something too. Y'all trying to make her as if she's just a victim in this situation because I'm Black.
Hell no. Mm-mm. 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 You fool. We is not gonna pull the black card on this one. This ain't got nothing to do with you being black. I'm black and I don't like the fact that I'm black and I'm pro-black and I don't like the fact that you did this. You slow. She sounds slow. She sounds slow. And if you ain't do nothing wrong, why you ain't putting your face in the camera, dummy?
And on top of that, I always buy from street vendors. Why would I just walk up and ask you, do you have a permit? That shit don't even make sense. If y'all really look at the video, listen to the video. He says, I walked up to her and asked her, does she have a permit? Bitch, I'm black. I don't give a fuck if you got a permit. I'm not walking up to you to ask you if you got no freaking permit. And that's where the scam shit plotted. Mind you, it happened a week ago. Why are they barely posting a video, barely anything right now? Why did it, if it was so much damage, so much, oh, they needed to go fund me, so much for all that, why didn't it get posted when everything first happened? Why did they?
Girl, you sound as slow as a dingbat, bitch. Like, it don't matter when they post it. It don't change the fact that you did it. And it's no question whether it was traumatic, you beat that woman and dragged her as people tried to stop you. She never got off the ground until you finally decided to walk away after several people had restrained you. And if that, and see, this is another thing that makes me question even kikiing and joking, because you have slow ass people out here who will misinterpret things or run with things. And I'm the type of person who will say, you can't hit a person and tell them how hard to. You can't hit a person and tell them how hard to hit you back, right? But if a fucker ain't hit you, you don't hit them back. There ain't no hit back. That's called attacking someone. And so, if you didn't approach this woman and try to extort her and all that, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, even though you sound slow as hell. And if what you're saying is a judgment of your character, if what you're saying is a reflection of your character, you ain't got none. If they needed to go fund me, what are you even talking about? None of that changes the price of tea in China. None of that changes the fact that you attacked this woman. And this is the problem with baddies culture. We say that everybody needs to be represented and no respectability politics and all those things. And clearly I'm not a respectability concept, right? But this is the product of baddies culture. For us who have an average IQ or above, we look at baddies and we're like, okay, that's for them. That's cute for them, And even the baddies on the show, they will tell you it's a time and place for us to act like that. Real life ain't the time and place. Make sure you send this video to somebody slow who's into the baddies culture so that I can tell them that it's for TV. You see, when the baddies go to jail in real life, that's because they do stupid like she just did in real life. She's saying that they trying to scam her, y'all. She said the woman who she attacked and beat down in broad daylight on camera from several angles is trying to extort her. They trying to scam her. and people are not feeling sorry for her because she's black. I need all niggas to be mad at this. I need all black people to be mad at this because the race card does need to be pulled in many instances. And unfortunately, the race card needs to be pulled too often in this country. But this is not an example of when you pull your black card.
Me so much for all that. Why it didn't get posted when everything first happened? Why did they wait? You want to know why they waited? Because they thought about it. They was low-key smart about it, because I should have laid on the floor when she threw that time. You know me, on my mama. But they played smart. They waited a week, posted the video to make money. That situation happened damn near 2 weeks ago, and you're telling me that what? They just posted it now?
Have you ever thought about the fact that maybe the woman was traumatized? Have you ever thought about the fact that maybe the whole family was traumatized? Have you ever thought about the fact that they didn't have the footage until now? Because clearly the woman didn't record it herself. And of course her son wasn't standing there recording while you was beating his mama. Dumbass.
Second of all, bro. Second of all, I'm Puerto Rican too. I'm Puerto Rican and Jamaican. I'm not a fucking racist. I have Hispanic in my culture too. I'm not just sitting around walking up to somebody saying, oh, where's your permit? For LA people who live in LA, black people especially, we buy from the corn man. We buy from the tamale man. We buy from street vendors. When I walked up to her, I had money. She told me no serve your people. So, yes, I retaliated and I put chamoy on her hot dogs, but I did nothing physical to her. Physical to her, maybe to her belongings, but not to her. She physically attacked me first. Like, come on.
Okay, first of all, it is a crime to attack her property. You have the right to defend your property. These are things that she paid for. You are ruining her living. This is like snatching money out of her pockets. And you think that that justifies her throwing tahini to get you to get away from her stuff? You think that that justifies you attacking her? People like you have two places that they need to be: jail or the mental asylum. Because clearly you're not safe around other people. Clearly you shouldn't be left alone with children or animals. And we see an example that you can't even be in public with an elderly person. Somebody go lock this bitch up. And then she going to say that she couldn't be racist against this woman because she's Latina too. But then she said that this woman was being racist against her. Well, if you can't be racist against the woman, how can she be racist against you? If you Latina and you Puerto Rican, and that's an excuse that we going to use, or an excuse that you going to use to say that you can't be racist, that's a fool. And yes, people of color can be racist toward each other. Absolutely. I think y'all get confused when we tell y'all that when we let y'all know and inform y'all that black people cannot be racist towards white people, because racism is based off of white supremacy. The white person sits at the top, the black person sits at the bottom, everybody else is in the middle. The black person can't be racist to the white person because in the hierarchy of race, the black person doesn't have the allowance to be racist against the white person. That's how racism is constructed. It's constructed based on white supremacy. People of color can be racist and xenophobic, honey, and all people of color and non-black people can be anti-black. Black people can be anti-black. Black people can be racist. Black people can be racist toward other races. Nobody can be racist to white people. That's not a thing. Race and the concept of race itself works for white people. It's like women being misogynistic to men. No, no, that's not how patriarchy works. Am I making sense? Do we need another lesson?
Now then they got this GoFundMe. It's about they done raised over $60,000 within 24 hours. They are using this as a platform to make more money and make this.
Baby, they need to use it as a platform to get an attorney so that they could sue you civilly and get your ass locked up.
People saying I antagonized her. Okay, maybe just a little bit by putting the chamoy on the hot dogs. But at the same time, on my mama, if somebody threw tahini in your eyes, that shit feel damn near like pepper spray. Damn near. You thought I was gonna just sit there and let her throw tahini on me? First of all, if you could throw tahini and the bottle at me, how do I know what's coming next? How do I know that after I can't see from the tahini, you're gonna do anything else? How do I know that? How do I know that? What if I have trauma? What if my parents threw shit at me when I was younger, or seasonings and shit? And when she threw that shit, who's not to say I went into a fight or flight? Who's not to say that I had a traumatic response to the situation? Y'all don't know me, my situation, or anything that I've been through at the end of the day. And I'm not saying my actions are fully okay, but goddamn, y'all niggas dick riding on me.
See, I can't even make sense out of that. See, that had, you know how sometimes when somebody's slow start talking, you start feeling slow, like you start to blank out, like because they just talking so much bullshit that you just drift off somewhere else. Well, see, me, I do that when I feel like people are making me slower, or when I feel like people are playing on my intelligence. I just naturally tune them out. It's like I stop. I'm there and I'm hearing, and I'm sure part of my brain is processing it, but the forefront of my brain ain't paying your ass no mind. I said earlier, I misspoke a little bit earlier. I was word salad and a little bit earlier. And I said that something along the lines of women can't be misogynistic towards men. I meant women can't be sexist to men because of how patriarchy works. Yeah, you can be, misandrous, but in reality, in a patriarchal society, being misandrous towards men, it doesn't really affect them. Them being misandrous towards each other could, but people who are not male, am I making sense? Again, let me know if I need another lesson. Baby, I know we don't need to see another video, but we started, so we gotta finish it. This is the last little piece, I swear.
Okay, I'm getting other questions too that are saying, oh well, you threw the hot sauce first. I threw the hot sauce on her
Yeah,
property.
we not even going to do that one. And probably get a copyright anyway. So, child, moving right along. I think I said everything that I could say about that situation. The only thing left to tell y'all is that if you want to support the GoFundMe, you can reach out to Constantino. Baby, all of the information is on his page, Constantino Garcia. Jazz, honey. He will keep y'all posted on how you can support his mama and the family and the business and all of the things. All right, we're gonna get up out of Latino people business, honey. Child. Why was Oprah doing this? Why was Oprah over there in Cons, honey, talking about Whitney? Whitney Houston.
And I went behind stage and I said, so tell me, what do you want? What do you want to happen here? and I'm going to tell you what I want to happen here. And that was one of the most powerful interviews. And do you all know this is an amazing thing that happened? I had such trust from the Oprah show audience that Whitney did, I think it was her last show with us, and she had gone back on drugs. The first interview I did with her when we'd gone behind stage and I asked her about her intention, she was clean. But the day she came to my show then to perform in front of the audience, she was not. And she fell off of the stage. And I knew that if that story got out that she'd fallen off of the stage, that she would be destroyed by that. And so even though the audience was there and the audience had cameras, I begged them not to put those pictures out because it would ruin her life, and they did not.
And what about...
That would not happen today, I can tell you.
Yeah. What about...
So, Oprah, you got them to not take pictures so that it wouldn't ruin Whitney's legacy. But you got on this stage and decided to tell the whole story. To help ruin Whitney's legacy. I mean, those which... I mean, we don't have visual proof, Oprah, but you telling this story. I think it's worth that we don't have visual proof in you telling this story. Because, I mean, you said it yourself that it could ruin her. So what the hell you think you're doing now, Oprah? What's the purpose, Oprah? Oprah, you didn't learn from throwing Mike under the bus, did you? Oprah, it very much be looking like you be tap dancing for your cracker friends to throw niggas under the bus. Oprah, we ain't never seen you throw no crackers under the bus. And I think that's the problem. Wendy was equal opportunity. Let me start speaking about Wendy like she's not still here. Wendy's equal opportunity. Oprah, it seemed like you reserve it for It seemed like you reserve it for the niggas. I'm just telling you what it seems like from over here, honey. Tony Braxton, so you threw her underneath the bus. Honey, Whitney, you done threw her under the bus, honey. Mike, you done threw him under the bus, honey. Monique, say you threw her under the bus, honey. Who else you done threw under the bus that we don't know about because they didn't talk about it publicly, Oprah? Or you didn't talk about it publicly. And if you willing to tell this story publicly, how many times did you tell this story behind closed doors? To your little billionaire friends about Whitney. So you had the foresight, you had the sense, you had the intuition to know it wasn't a good idea for people to see Whitney falling off stage intoxicated, but you still put the image in our brain by explaining it and breaking the story down. I know you fucking lying. Child, I guess Oprah at that point where Quincy and Clive was when they started telling everything. Start running their mouth. Somebody shut Oprah's ass up. Please and thank you. I know they're the magic words, and I hope they're magic enough to get somebody to Oprah to tell her to shut the fuck up. Keep Nippy name up out of her mouth. For what? What is you bringing it up for, Oprah? You ain't got nothing nice to say about the woman. Why is you saying anything at all? Honey, well, Pat Houston and them said that Whitney was absolutely not high, honey, and that 5 years ago, Oprah said the same thing. 5 years ago, Oprah said that Whitney was sober. And I remember this Whitney moment, honey, and I remember what was it, Million Dollar Bill. I remember her performing Million Dollar Bill in some soldier song or something about a soldier or something. That album really was far from Whitney's best. So but anyway, I remember this moment, and I remember thinking that Whitney was sober. I remember feeling like she was sober. But by the way, Oprah told a story. It was like, no, she wasn't sober. She was sober backstage, but when she came out on stage, she was a fool. Now, I'll let y'all see for yourself. Do y'all think that Nippy was toasted?
Whitney Houston!
I am at that point in my life right now where I have no regrets. Not even about my marriage, my life, anything that's happened to me. It is
No regrets?
no. Everything has been in a divine order, you know what I'm saying?
Because that's what it took to get
I got something from everything. It was not mean, malicious, facetious. I don't need to make money off myself or off my marriage, off my ex-husband, off my family.
Right.
I don't need that.
Right.
It's not my goal.
Right.
My goal was to be relieved from it. I don't do interviews, like it's been 7 years.
Yeah.
And you were the only person I felt comfortable enough with.
Y'all think she was stoned? Honey? What do you think? You think Oprah trying to put dirt on our girl name? And if so, why would Oprah be trying to put dirt on black folk name? Here, Dr. Fielding betrayed the whole country, and Oprah still ain't talked and said nothing that we didn't hear about Dr. Phil. And you the one who brought him to us. He could be very easily being unknown and committing malpractice, misdiagnosing people in Texas without us even knowing about it. But now he's linked up with the damn president. Ain't no telling what he over there with him doing or what he has been doing that he's trying to be in cahoots with him to save and keep hitting. I don't know. Oprah likes to talk a lot about people taking spills in public. We ain't got Whitney on camera, but we got you on camera, Oprah.
All time.
Oprah.
All time. All time.
Why I look like she was crip walking? Why I look like Oprah was crip walking a little bit, y'all? It was giving crip walk a little bit. Look, get into it. Get into it. Ow, 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 ow. Yep, them ankles. Baby, them ankles can't be trusted just like you can't be trusted overall, Oprah. Baby, I knew we couldn't trust you, honey, when you was trying to lie and say that was your real hair. Girl, Oprah. Baby, we seen them pictures. Mm-mm. So, Oprah, what was you on? If Whitney was high when she was falling on stage, what was you on when you was like this? Foot up, legs in the air. What was you on, Oprah? See, that could have been a story that you left in a book, Oprah. Ain't you the type of bitch that be trying to write books in any damn way? Honey. Honey. Let me tell y'all what I can't do. What I can't do is Oprah. right now. She's not my friend right now. Niggas is embarrassing all the time. Child, speaking of niggas, oh, this thing with Big Tigger is really then grew legs and walked, didn't it? Child, like, baby, y'all. I know y'all seen. I know y'all heard. His wife Alicia Brown had came on, and she had posted this video, and it's a cut above her eye and it's stitches and all that I currently have censored off of the video. She said, ask her husband, because somebody please ask her husband what happened to her face. I guess she didn't know. No, clearly she wanted us to know that her husband did something to her face. That's what she was insinuating very much. And you're not going to play in my face, Alicia, like that's not what you was insinuating, honey. Baby, she claimed that Tigger is seeing his co-worker, Francesca, honey. And she claimed that was the problem because they be texting too much and they be talking too much and he be texting and talking too much with Francesca, and she don't trust it. She ain't buying it. None of that, honey. She ain't frying it. Well, I wonder, Alicia, he could possibly be texting somebody that says Francesca in his phone. He could possibly even be talking to somebody that says Francesca in his phone. But that don't necessarily mean that it's Francesca. It could be another Frank. Could be another Frankie. No, you don't think so? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, honey, a lot of y'all said that y'all wasn't necessarily going by Alicia's story because Alicia got a murky past. Alicia's child, Aaliyah, is still missing. And even before that, Alicia wasn't known to be a good mother. Honey, you know I got a receipt. Honey. And that news story is a lot shorter.
Baltimore County Police are searching for a missing 10-year-old girl. Alia Brown has been missing since May 25th. She was last seen at her home in the 300 block of Aaron Russell Court. Police say that a white SUV was seen in the area at the time. Anyone with any information about where she could be should contact police.
You know what I heard?
Baltimore County Police are searching for a missing 10-year-old girl. Alia Brown has been missing since May 25th. She was
missing since May 25th, which means that this news report wasn't made on May 25th. And it wasn't made close enough to May 25th where they could have said she went missing yesterday. Why did it take so long for them to even report on it in a recording at all? Well, anyway, Aaliyah is still missing. And in doing my due diligence and looking up Alicia Brown, it seems as if she has a YouTube channel as well. And again, Aaliyah has been missing since 2019, 7 years ago. So why would she have videos as recent as 2 years ago talking about Aaliyah? Like that, I just thought that was weird. So I wanted to share that with y'all to document it, to make sure that I wasn't losing my damn mind. Remember how I was talking about how when you're having a conversation or when slow people is talking crazy and you start to feel slow? Well, sometimes when you get around crazy people, you'll feel crazy. Get into it.
All right. So we are currently logged into the Athena Health Portal. As you can see, HTTP, you can confirm that that is in fact real. We can now see that all the balances are paid.
You can see that the name of the video is proof that James Riddick and Aaliyah Brown, daughter, Aaliyah Brown hospitals are paid by Alicia Brown. Okay. But why? I don't know. I don't know if it matters yet or not. But I just want y'all to know. But she ends up making a statement, because she reports to us, to social media, to question her husband about why she has this huge scar on her face above her eye, along with other bruises and marks on her face. So then people start looking up her background and discussing her background. They're like, maybe she BSing. Maybe we can't trust Alicia. It's nuts. Nuts and bolts. And is she the type of nuts to be delusional? We know she's crazy because she left that child out in that car. And that's crazy. She was at least going through a crazy period. But Alicia makes a statement, honey. She says, I want to be clear. I have never called my husband an abuser. Social media has drawn its own conclusions from information that was shared. But those conclusions are not statements I have made. I respect the legal process and believe law enforcement should be allowed to do its job without interference from anyone, including me. In recent days, many claims, opinions, and narratives have circulated publicly. While I understand that people will form their own views, I remain confident that the facts will speak for themselves in due time. Until then, my focus remains on family, my peace, and protecting those I love. She could have kept that statement to herself. She really didn't say nothing. The only thing that she said was that her husband, she never said her husband was an abuser. Well, if you are abused and you come online, visibly abused, seemingly abused, crying, with the caption, someone asked my husband what happened to my face, that's bruised and attacked and injured. What were you saying if you weren't saying that your husband was an abuser? Would you wanted him to get on the radio and talk about the accident is that happened or something? But well, he did get on the radio and had to talk about it, of course, as soon as he got the opportunity to get on the radio and talk about it by the time him and his publicist had came up with their
Good morning, Atlanta. I'm extremely privileged to be here this morning, back at work. Over the past several days, there's been significant public discussion and speculation regarding my personal life. I understand this can happen being a public person. I've been doing radio now 32 years and television for 29. I appreciate first and foremost the support and concern that so many people have shown. I want to say categorically, these allegations and accusations that have been circulating about me are false, untrue, not happening, didn't happen. Additionally, it's important to clarify that Francesca and I have never been anything more than friends and respected colleagues. I'd like to apologize to you, Francesca, for the impact of these last few days or this last week. I hope you accept my apology. Out of respect for everyone involved, I ask for grace, privacy, and restraint as my family navigates this difficult moment. For more than 30 years, I've had the privilege of serving this in many communities through music, entertainment, and connection. I remain grateful for the trust so many of you have placed in me throughout that journey, and I intend to continue living and leading in that manner worthy of that trust. And to all the people who have either quietly or loudly stood up and stood 10 toes for me, I appreciate it. For the people who have reached out to check on me, I appreciate you. No name dropping necessary. You know who you are.
No name dropping necessary. You know who you are. Tigger, you have always been so private about your life. I think that's one of the reasons why this story has blown up so big, because you are so private, and you are one of the few people who has been in the entertainment industry as long as you have, and we really don't know much, if anything, about you personally. But there are allegations, Tigger. There have been rumors and allegations, and you have been linked to Tyson Bedford at one time, honey, as y'all being lovers, and people were saying that you was queer and stuff. Yeah, yeah. But none of that matters. None of that has anything to do with him being an abuser, right? I mean, if the allegations are true, then him having internalized homophobia that is not unpacked or managed could result in rage. So Tigger makes the statement, and a lot of people are riding with him. They like, oh yeah, that crazy Tigger ain't do that. Tigger didn't do that. Honey, Tigger might be doing a lot of things, but we don't think Tigger beating women. But Tigger's locked up. Honey, Tigger gets arrested for beating women and traumatizing children. Yeah, he has a charge that involves a child, because based on the information that the authorities have, it was a child there to witness the fight in some capacity, and allegedly it was an argument that stems over text messages. Allegedly, we're led to believe that these text messages were from Francesca or involved Tigger cheating. And their conflict resulted in her eye area being split wide open and needing stitches. And the child witnessed that in some capacity. Yeah, big Tigger. Yeah. From the basement. Yeah. And so a lot of y'all is now really questioning, and wheels really turning, and minds really going, and we rolling down the river, honey. And a lot of y'all is remembering what I had told y'all that Miss Pat had said about Tigger that time. Remember? If you don't remember, let me remind you. She said it on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah. You was waking up to do radio, but what happened?
They quired me.
They quired you.
Fired me before I could quit.
Damn.
Oh, damn. I knew that was coming from this one here. Yeah, I told them, I said, I'm going to leave in August. And before August could get there, I was blown away. I never thought I was going to get fired from that job.
So you had no idea?
No, me and Shamil didn't have no idea. No idea at all. I just knew they was going to renew her contract, and I was going to go on by my business, because I was never there. And I could never be there. But that's what happened when you work with a hater. And I'm just going to go on and say it. I don't even care, because that can't nobody whoop my ass.
Who's the hater?
You know who the hater is, Tigger. Tigger's the biggest damn hater. I mean, you had a good show, and you messed it up because of your ego. And I think it's because I would come in there and say, I know it, because I didn't care. I said, look, I don't need a job. And it is, when you work with somebody who, it's just jealousy. To me, it was jealousy. Really, I'm just gonna go and put it out there. And if you call me, we can fight in the street. It was jealousy. But I was really, when they walked me in now and they said, we're not renewing your contract, because I said I was leaving in August, I was so shocked. I said, y'all gonna fire me?
Wow.
Do you know these people get up to listen to me? Don't nobody listen to this crap.
Miss Pat got a hit podcast, hit TV show.
Hit TV show.
Yeah.
And you gonna fire the person who had the most going on? which was me and Shamil. You gonna leave the DJ? You want the DJ just to spin records?
Did Tigger at least reach out to you and say thank you for?
I blocked that nigga.
Damn.
He sure did. I said, don't you? I'm not Shamil. You don't play with me. I'm 52 years old. I don't have time to play these games with you. You're low down, you're dirty, and anybody who go over there and work for him, and the show ain't doing. The show was doing well when I got there with that number 15. When I left, we were 2 and 3. You gonna fire us? Nigga, you should have got fired. But keep your little show, because I ain't never needed it anyway. My team was like, why are you going over there and work for that old dead-ass station? I said, I want to work for V103. I'm from Atlanta. I want to work for V103. Don't make me wake up and take unnecessary baths. You know, I had to get up and take a bath every morning. Yeah.
Miss Pat is crazy as hell. Child. Listen to Miss Pat talk. It gave me even more questions. I'm wondering, why did they really get rid of Miss Pat and Shamia? Because their clips were circulating and they were having viral moments. And that's what matters, clicks and views. That's how we get our money these days as entertainers, public figures, content creators, all of us talking heads. The numbers were clearly up when Miss Pat and Shamia was on the show. And yeah, Miss Pat and Shamia was overshadowing Tigger, because I would forget that he was even there. So my question number 1 is, why would he have gotten rid of them? That doesn't make sense. So that leads me to believe that there's some truth in what Miss Pat is saying. Number 2, what gives Tigger the authority in the industry? Because we know in the industry, honey, they're quick to throw people away. Why is Tigger such a fixture in the foundation in the industry and possibly a gatekeeper? Like, what's got him there? Like Miss Pat said, no shade. He is just the DJ. And I'd be thinking the same thing about DJ Envy too. And that's not to say, that's not to say that DJs aren't talented and that DJs aren't necessary in entertainment, but to be a DJ doesn't say anything about personality. And long story short, regardless of whatever, DJing, for any DJs we know, DJing is usually like their side hustle that ends up blowing up. A lot of DJs that we know are really producers, are really instrumentalists, are really composers, songwriters. A lot of people DJ. Paris Hilton DJs. I'm gonna just keep it 100. It doesn't take a lot of skill to just play records, right? Anybody can play records, especially in today's day and age when we know that these people have pre-curated playlists already. That's just going to play. Like, the system and the algorithm picks the songs. The execs pick the songs. And occasionally songs slip through because people really love them. And they need to get your attention for their advertising dollars. But why do they keep these DJ niggas around? That don't really do nothing else. I mean, DJ Envy is a producer, but his production skills ain't never been given. No shade. Tigger's biggest gig was the basement, Rap City, the basement, and that was based around his guests. Tigger is a talented host, I feel like I'm lying and exaggerating and being funny. Tigger is just somebody who could read and has basic personality on camera. I'm wondering what's giving Tigger so much pull in the industry. Honey. Well, now, Father's Day, Alicia posts again. Thank you to the dads that do not use kids as weapons, the ones that consider the children in all of their choices, the ones that love their children more than they hate their mother. To the dad that knew how much something meant to a child and did it. To the ones that did not crush the kids' dreams because of pain and frustration. To the ones that do not pretend to love the kids and then turn around and hurt them. I don't know what's going on over there with Tigger and Alicia. All I do know for certain regarding Tigger and Alicia is that it is really hard to find this picture of Tigger doing leg lifts and toe touches in Vogue performance. It is really hard to find this picture online. It's like, it's believable that somebody could have tried to have it scrubbed. You know you can't scrub a damn thing from me. But you know somebody probably tried to have it scrubbed. That's what I'm thinking. Tigger was scrubbing the ground. Lord, honey. This is one fact I know, honey, that Tigger could touch his toes at least at one point in his life. And another fact that I know is that Aaliyah is still missing. And right now she would be 17. For anybody who has any information, any tips, any leads, anything that you think could help the investigation, contact your local authorities as soon as possible. Yes. Yes. That's the only thing I know about what's going on over there with Tigger and his wife. That's what took me so long to talk about it. Honey, something that a lot of y'all probably came here to talk about, honey. Something that I always talk about, honey. But for whatever reason, y'all like me talking about this fool. And I guess I'm about to have something to talk about again because, yes, child, she's out. Nuandra is out. Nuandra Palmer is out. The DL Whisperer is out of jail. Is free. Well, depends on how you define free. But she's out of incarceration.
I'm free! Hey everybody, so I will need some time to reacclimate. I got banished, I'm homeless, it's a lot. We're gonna talk.
She said y'all gonna talk. I don't know if talking is a good idea right now for her. Yeah, they went to court, honey. She finally pled guilty, and Nuandra finally pled guilty to stalking Madison, as we already knew, because anybody with 2 eyes and 2 ears, shit, even if Helen Keller was alive, Helen Keller would be able to put 2 and 2 together and realize that Nuandra was stalking T.S. Madison. Yeah. But anyway, she finally pled guilty. Shout out to Conscious TV. Go over there and get into Conscious TV, honey. She be getting into the tea sometimes more than me. Or I'm going to say we be getting into different tea a lot of the times. But Madison is one of the places we overlap, honey. And she was there to get into the apology, the plea agreement, and the things. Honey, run it.
Mrs. Hinton.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Roberts has indicated that you would like to make a victim impact statement prior to sentencing. Now will be the time to let me know what you would like to say.
This crime definitely has fundamentally altered the way that I live my life. What began as an unsolicited online harassment in June of 2025 escalated over the following months into explicit death threats and documented physical intrusion into the space where I live. On January 23rd, 2026, Naquan Palmer live streamed himself driving from Gilmer County to DeKalb County, a 2-hour drive directly to my home. screaming out of his car window that he intended to beat me until I had an aneurysm and that he wanted to watch me take my last breath. That is not commentary. That is a person announcing his intention to kill me on camera in real time to an audience. I have had to restructure my daily life around my own safety. I cannot move through the world the way I did before. My home, which should be a sanctuary, became a location this man broadcast to his followers as a target. The psychological weight of that does not go away when the camera turns off. But at this point, I do feel that the courts have seen me as a human being and are doing all in their power to protect me as a human being. And I thank you for that, Your Honor.
Mr. Palmer, you do not have to say anything prior to sentencing, but is there anything that you would like to say to the court or to Mrs. Hinton prior to sentencing?
I would just like to apologize for the mental anguish that I caused to Ms. Hinton, and that was never my intention. And like she said, I just want to live my life as well, and I plan to put all of this behind me and never speak about her again or anything of that nature. And I do appreciate the court for hearing me out and hopefully accepting my plea.
Thank you.
Honey, I ain't know Conscious TV had all that going on. But Madison also voluntarily posted and made the court documents in the plea agreement public. She said, "I'm only speaking this once with peace and warnings. I know lots of you think that boy is your savior from some war between trans women and everyone, but he is not. He has pled guilty and will be out today. Allow him to enjoy his freedom and do not encourage him to continue his harassing and stalking ways for your entertainment or for your own hateful pleasure. Because I promise you, the law will be enforced fully and a decade of his freedom will be gone. Let him go in peace and leave me alone because the permanent protection order is in place and fully detailed. I got an apology and that's all I ever need to hear from him again in life's safe journey." Very clear, very concise. She just wants to be left alone and she wants y'all to stop trying to edge him on because y'all think that it's funny or because y'all think that it's acceptable or because y'all hate trans women. I know that there are some of y'all who don't necessarily put the energy into hate trans women and are just stupid enough to think that this is entertaining. But it is not. And this child is really crazy in real life. And if you didn't know that, this is somebody who's willing to go to jail and still behind bars, threaten people. And this is far from the only person who has a protection order against him. The permanent protection order, permanent restraining order, the above case having come blah, 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 Madison. Naquan shall not have no contact whatsoever with Madison Hinton or her family, either directly or indirectly through third party by means of mail, email, newsprint, telephone, internet application, any digital means of communication, or AI application, and shall not mention the victim's name or social media moniker or other identifiers, including but not limited to hashtags, symbols, hyperlinks designed to connect the victim to any social media post, and shall not mention the victim on any social media platform or journalistic platform directly or indirectly. The defendant shall not come about Madison Hinton's place of work or any event which she has been hired to attend, and shall not cause others to do so as well. If you're not catching the tea thus far, let me break you down. Not only is he not allowed to say her name, not only is he not allowed to talk about her, he can't even hint around or give the impression that he's talking about her. He can't even be talking about somebody else. He can't sub her. He can't even talk about somebody that looks like her in case people think he's talking about her. He can't even talk about nobody who's close to her. He can't talk about nobody who's related to her. He cannot talk about anybody who is in cahoots with her. And I'm going to read a little more of this legal jargon after I get off of this live stream, and it's possible he might not even be able to legally talk about me. But not only can he not talk about Madison, not only can he not talk about anything or anybody directly connected to her, he is also not allowed to be involved in any conversations regarding her. And if he is, they better not ever become public. If it's mentioned that he's even talking about her behind the scenes, it is in violation forever. This is what y'all wanted because y'all don't seem to understand that trans people are people too. Humans. Who ain't done nothing to you and who deserve respect and protection. Well, depending on the person, because you know some trans people are trash. But shit, we're every group of people that are trash. And still, we respect everybody unless they give us reason not to. Trans people should be included. So now for Nuandra Palmer, Madison is one trans person that is absolutely included. Excuse me. Oh, did I click too fast? Was there anything left on that page? No, it's nothing left on that page. Honey, Nuandra. It's not looking good for you, but baby. And for all who are still confused, Nuandra is restricted from any communication intending to reach, influence, intimidate, harass, monitor, embarrass, or comment upon Madison Hinton, whether or not she actually receives it. Again, he can't even talk about her behind her back. No contact through friends, family members, co-workers, employers, agents, publicists, media outlets, content creators. That one's funny. We're going to come back to that one. He can't even contact her through a third-party content creator, which means that he couldn't contact me to talk about Madison. Not publicly. People better not find out. If so, they're in violation. Honey, anonymous accounts, online communities. He can't even go on Reddit and talk about her, honey. He can't even be on the thread. Social media loopholes. He can't even post. There are none. He can't even post about Madison without using her name. He cannot use any nicknames, initials, code words, descriptors, photographs, likenesses, voice recordings, screenshots, emojis, or references that a reasonable person could identify as Madison. He cannot encourage, direct, solicit, or request others to post about Madison either. And in the paperwork, it specifically says Tasha K, which means that Nuandra cannot even be assumed to be encouraging, influencing, or requesting any content creator to talk about Madison, especially Tasha K. This is specific for many reasons, I'm sure, But the main reason I can give you that's common sense for most people is that if there's a violation, Tasha's going to court. And now she becomes a part of this aggravated stalking case. See that? You see how that works? You see how that works? Honey. Angela, I don't even know it. It makes me sick to say her damn name. Angela Stanton can't talk about Madison or be directed, requested, can't be associated with DL Whisperer when talking about Madison. None of these people can be associated with DL Whisperer when talking about Madison. Tasha K, Michelle ACLian Brown, whoever that is, Angela Stanton, and Spiritual Whistleblower, whoever that is. Baby, he cannot even be caught liking, sharing, reposting, duetting, stitching, reacting to, or commenting on, or amplifying any comment concerning her. He can't like, share, or comment on anything that any of those people or that anybody in general says about Madison. Which means he can't come over here. Hey girl. Woo, 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 woo. You better be careful. You can come over here and you can comment and you can like when I'm not talking about Maddie. But you better be careful what you say. I would love to interview you. I would love to interview you, but we couldn't even legally do it. I don't think my sister would. I would ask my sister, of course. But the idea of interviewing you is funny because we can't do it no way. But hypothetically, if you wasn't under this restraining order for the rest of your life, I would ask my sister if she would be cool with me interviewing you. But it wouldn't just be about her. It wouldn't just be about Dominique. It wouldn't just be about Cherry or trans women in general. It would be about your whole life because I know quite a bit. And I can psychoanalyze your chart. Anyway, he cannot be involved in any AI-generated content depicting or referencing her, no deep fakes, no synthetic voice recreation, which means he can't even make his voice sound like her. No AI-generated images, video stories, blah, blah, blah. He cannot contact anybody that employs her. He cannot contact any organizers that hire her. He cannot contact any of her sponsors, clients, customers, agents, or representatives. Interfering with contractual relationships is an absolute no-no. Forever. So even if Madison do something crazy, Naquan, you can't report her. Ain't that the... You got to be more careful. I keep telling y'all. But if you wasn't such a hateful person, wouldn't have to tell you. And a lot of y'all is out here still caping for this child, which still blows my mind because y'all literally have heard him say these things already.
I want to run this bitch over. Like, I want him dead. And I hate to say that out loud, but I don't think y'all understand. Like, I wish that T.S. Madison was dead. Like, I really do. Like, when I tell you I ain't never wished that on nobody, I want him dead. I want him dead. I want him to die. That's what people don't get. I want him dead. That bitch is gonna be dead. I'm telling you, like, I just keep having to bring myself back down every time because I'm telling you, when I get to Conyers, I'm gonna find this bitch address. This bitch address is mine. The bitch gonna have to see me. Like, whether I gotta follow the bitch around and jump out on him and knock him out, a bitch is going to see me. I wanna punch the wall. That bitch gonna have to see me!
I have to play this. I know it's triggering. It triggers me listening to it. But I have to make it very clear because when I think of this whole incident, when I think of this crazy mad person, this convict stalking and attacking transgender women, this is what I hear. This is what I remember. This person was serious. And you think that that just magically disappeared? He was just not too long ago in jail on the phone, still insinuating that he wanted to commit harm against trans women. Y'all really don't remember and y'all really still out here caping for him? Really?
That's why I said that bitch home. Oh, he gonna get a visitor today. You gonna see me live, and I'm gonna be like, bitch, I'm outside T.S. Madison house. What you finna do, Maddie? You wanna have a shootout? You wanna have a little shootout? Cause what you trying to do, bitch? Wait till I get to Conyers. Wait till I get to Conyers.
Like, this girl's elderly mother lives with her. Do you really think she wants a shootout? The only reason she even had to post that stuff is to make it clear to you and anybody who you could inspire. Because even just putting these ideas in the air could inspire somebody crazy. Like you. Or worse. And this is what I mean. Y'all could listen to this. Y'all could hear this. Y'all could cape for this. Y'all could like this. Y'all could share this. About him wanting to take out other human beings just for being trans? Really? And that's okay to you. But yet you say you're not transphobic, and yet you say you don't hate trans people. So what the fuck do you call it? I would love to know your word for it. I know you fucking lying.
Conyers. Just wait. You trannies are delusional. And when I catch T.S. Madison, I'm gonna beat him so bad that all of y'all gonna feel it. When I catch Sherry, because I want bitches dead. And you're a tranny.
Ooh, y'all sent money to this. Y'all donated money to this to inspire him, honey. And speaking of Tasha K, this is one of the things that she's had to say, or a snippet of some of what she's had to say about Naquan and Madison. And the boy ain't even been free 48 hours of me recording this. And already Tasha K already made several posts about him. My question is it a violation? You listen to it and you let me know.
For real. I ain't gonna do nothing to you. I'm gonna continue to report the real news, and that's what y'all got mad about. Is the simple fact is, you know what's sad about this is he never had beef with TS. His beef was with Dominique Morgan. The same thing that he was what he was exposing Dominique Morgan for, because T.S. Madison is friends with Dominique Morgan, another, trans person that uses his trans to get set-asides, to buy wigs and clothes, and says that he's going to use it to help bring bail trans people out of jail that have to be forced to sell their bodies because they're not welcomed into society. DL Whisper was on that one, and he went to jail. And when he went to jail, when he was sentenced, T.S. Madison wasn't even down there around there, was scared to show up. But when he got out, let him come back in. See, what happened was DL Whisper he cut off the lick. He cut off the lick.
What the hell is her drunk ass even talking about? What is she even saying? What? He cut off the list. Why did he have a problem with Dominique? What was his reason for having a problem with Dominique, Tasha? What? Why is he even, if he hates trans women so much, why is he even concerned with them? Why is he even following them? Why does he even know what's going on with them? That's called hate and obsession. Special K.
In my opinion. Yeah, they had a whole scheme that I feel that they was finna put through, and DL Whisperer messed that whole thing up. And so TS decided to help his friend.
Messed the whole thing up. The Starter House, which was their collaboration, is still up and running.
And then both of them got together, went down there after they done threatened this boy and exposed him and put his personal information out. Now you want to run down to the police talking about you scared, and they use that trans.
And see, that's another thing. Y'all always, y'all only excuse is that Madison doxed the DL Whisperer. When, where, how, and why can't none of y'all pull up a receipt? How come, Tasha, you can dig up people's third cousin, twice removed, that moved to Nebraska and lives in Omaha on the weekends? You can pull up the dustiest 14th cousin from King Arthur. Like, why can't you put no receipt? And why can't you show us anything regarding Madison doxing him? Or Dominique doxing him? Or any trans woman doxing him? A drunk, crazy coochie.
To say I'm scared, trans women are dying because of this, because of the hate. Didn't nobody hate you. That boy ain't had nothing, he had nothing against you. You was just trying to protect, in my opinion, your financier to help you with whatever.
He don't hate her. Well, then what is his reason? Because he made it clear that he hates all trans women. He wants us all to be off the face of the earth. So, again, Tasha, what do you call that? Is he playing? Is that called playing? He playing with trans women? He just joking with us. I know you fucking lying. That's why his ass was in jail.
Loans and grants and stuff you was trying to get to do whatever it is you wanted to do. That's what it was. But we're going to ensure over here on Unwind with Tasha K that we amplify his platform in every which way possible. And he ain't never got to speak your name or Dominique Morgan name again, because what you're going to be pissed off about is that he ain't got to lay down.
And see, Tasha, you better be careful with that, because you might end up having him back in jail. If you even give the impression that you are working with him in the same breath of anything Madison going on, he's going to jail. He's going to jail. Honey. Alvita's in.
Get surgery and silicone and cement and rocks removed from his body at the age of 50. He ain't got to go through them K. Michelle surgery, and he gonna be too busy traveling on stage, outdoing all of y'all, because the man can read and he's entertaining. He ain't never got to say your name no more, and I'm gonna make sure of that. Welcome home, DL Whisper. Welcome home. Hell up out of here.
Tasha K, you can't even put yourself in a position to not say Madison's name no more. So how the hell you gonna make that work for him? And why ain't you making it work for yourself? I'm curious. Because, girl, it sounds like you trying to tiptoe back down to the courthouse your damn self. Crazy coochie. Child, honey, drunken pussy. Honey, drunken pussy, honey. I don't know. Baby, I think the devil is tap dancing. I think the devil then got straight out the slammer and started tap dancing, honey. Tap dancing on the fence. Because she's giving me energy, baby. After knowing everything I know and hearing her girlfriend go off in cahoots for her. And knowing that her girlfriend reposted this video. I'm wondering if she's going to get her own self locked up again.
I'm free! Hey everybody, so I will need some time to reacclimate. I got banished, I'm homeless, it's a lot. We're gonna talk.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all that part. He can't, I think he can't come to the county that he's from again and all kinds of stuff.
Here's the GoFundMe for all of the people that were asking. I just want to say I appreciate everybody for the continued support during
Yeah, we not supporting his GoFundMe
this time. And when I'm able and I'm enjoying my freedom, but I will come back and talk to y'all when I'm done enjoying freedom.
He's gonna come back and talk to them. And honey, baby. Either way, y'all donating to him, that money just gonna go to Madison. But yeah, I don't know what to say. It's a lot going on. He said he's still the advocate for women and empowering women. So I mean, the only thing that we knew that he called empowering women was slandering and exploiting people. Just saying crazy homophobic and transphobic stuff. Anyway, yeah, just a reminder to everybody. To Nuandra, girl, if I was you, I wouldn't try and pull it. This is a reminder that you got that permanent restraining order, girl. Just a reminder. It's just a reminder, honey. Yeah. You see how it signs? You see how you signed it, Nuandra? You see how you signed it right there as defendant? And your attorney signed over top of it. Nuandra. Defendant. Because you had to defend yourself. You had to defend your rights because you was doing illegal stuff. So they had started taking rights from you. The same rights that you don't think trans women should have. And I really be trying to figure out exactly what it is. Why can't y'all stand my sister? And it don't take a rocket scientist. I think my sister gets the brunt. And I've told her this before, probably more than once, that she gets the brunt because she's the most popular of all of us. She's the first. She's a lot of firsts for a Black trans woman. She's a lot of firsts for a plus size Black trans woman. Now that I think about it, she might be the first plus size Black trans woman that's done a lot of things in the public eye. Honey, but we know sisters getting skinny now. Anyway, yeah, I think it's that 1 million. I think it's that 1 million, sister. I think it's the fact that all of these people know you, honey. And for a lot of niggas, you are the face of tranniness. Yeah, for a lot of niggas, you are a face of tranniness. You know, I be trying to tell them that I'm really transzilla, but, you know, they determined to believe that you like T.S. Goliath or something. I don't know. But yeah, so here we are. They can't take that 1 million. But I would love it for y'all to leave my sister alone. My God, today. Y'all claim that she ain't got no talents and all of these things. So then why do y'all stay on her page? Y'all say that she's the Black Kim K. So why don't you start talking about her? If you don't entertain them, they go away. You see, like the Kardashians, when we stop caring, they start going away. And the less we care, the more they go away. And for you, if you don't care, they go away completely. Yup. Especially in today's day and age, you can control what you consume as long as you ain't in jail with Nuandra. And I thank you. Honey, moving right along. Moving right along. Singing my song. Anyway. Child, let's get into some ballroom tea. Some of y'all might have came here for this tea. Baby. Yeah, we get into... Y'all know I have to take breaks from the ballroom tea, honey. Y'all know I have to take breaks from the ballroom tea because I don't really be having a lot of things to say, honestly, about what's going on over there. And not just that, so many people are covering ballroom right now that, yeah. But when I'm inspired to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. And I was inspired to talk about what's going on. Honey, it is a scrap and it is a battle, honey, and we have to get into it. As of the time of this recording, this is the most recent segment of the saga. Honey, is given Sexy Lexy versus Hurricane Katrina. Yes, none other. Honey, the hurricane herself, honey, Katrina. Yes, the one who is back outside. Honey, yes, this is the hurricane. Here comes the hurricane. Yes, that Katrina. Yes, versus Lexy. Honey, your favorite auntie. Yes, honey. None other than the Dundada herself. Honey, none other. Zola. Honey, the girls is going at it.
No tea that you were smoking in the one room with the dark.
Child, Lexy said that Katrina was smoking crack. Lean on me. Morgan Freeman. Smoke crack, don't you? Honey, that's what Lexy said about Hurricane Katrina.
Closets and stuff.
You was in the dark with the shadows.
Yeah, she said you was in a dark room and you was smoking glass pipe.
And you're very nasty. And you're a very nasty girl.
Wait,
and you're a mean girl. And all types of things.
And she said your name ain't never been in a conversation, and Castanet wasn't giving you. She said your name. She said,
and the only reason you had a problem with the interview is because your name was not mentioned with the film queen's names that was mentioned when her and John.
Yeah, and she said you feel the type of way and everything.
All right, let me clear that up. First of all, Gumby, Kelly, where you got your teeth done at?
At Dr. Lee, thanks to you.
How much did you pay?
$60K.
Okay, I paid $30K.
And I still owe another $75.
I still owe another $5,000. That's.
So of course, this is Katrina defending herself against Lexy's accusations. If you hadn't caught that tea already. One of the things that Lexy said about Katrina, allegedly, is that Katrina allegedly is Gumby, meaning gums and no teeth.
Number 75.
I still owe another $5,000. That's okay, but let's clear that up. I have implant veneers in my mouth. Kelly went to the same place. I gave her the information. So Gumby where? I have $30K in my mouth. 15 on the top, 15 on the bottom. And I actually have a new set, so that's an extra $30K, which is $60K. Alexis, you saw me smoking crack?
That's what she said. She said piping ain't easy.
You said a glass stick.
You there?
Well, glass
hold on. Let me unmute her. Erica, I'm going to unmute you, but let them bang.
Okay.
But Lexy, you unmuted.
Okay, so listen, let me tell you exactly what I said.
I just asked you a question. I didn't hear what you said.
No, I was going to. Let me take you. I'm gonna take you back to the
smoking crack. You saw me smoking crack before?
You and ooh, I don't want to never throw. I don't never want to throw another. I would never do that and scoop that low to put other people stuff in.
We heard what you was about to say. You said you and Shadira.
No, I never said Shadira. I didn't say Shadira.
You said you and Shah.
It was coming. It was coming out.
No,
we called
okay.
it.
So if you got Shah out of Dira, then you should know. You know that you were in Philly and you were smoking crack. So okay, the reason why I said that is because
wait,
you said
Lexy, I was in Philly and you saw me smoking crack.
Hold on, we can do back and forth. The reason why I said that is because you made a status and you said, why when all the girls talk about drugs and stuff, they forget to leave off coke, because coke is recreational, Bookie Butts. Crack ain't. Tina ain't.
Lexy, you see, wait.
You
Lexy,
can't get off of them. You need other things.
Wait, hold on, Lexy. Hold on, Lexy. Because first of all, we do not condone illicit, explicit substance use over here. We do not condone explicit, illicit substance use over here. You know, over here, I be medicating. You know, this is medicine, what I'm doing. Lexy, anything that you named can be recreational, and crack is just a cooked version of coke. It's smokable coke. Lexy, just because you do cocaine don't make it recreational. I got today. We do not condone substance use over here at the Fair. Puss. Now she done said that it's recreational because you can get off of it. Well, Lexy, can you please tell all the people who are addicted to cocaine? Can you please tell them that they can just get off of it? Lord, pick up the pieces.
That's will you off a
How you gonna say
you
that?
need
That's
an intervention to get off of fucking crack. You keep going back and forth with Tina Turner greatest hits. That's not recreational, Bookie, but you need that.
Oh, Lexy, you need Lexy need an album right now. But Lexy,
I don't need no album, bitch. My album is out. You commented
Lexy,
on my podcast. My album is
answer
out.
my question. Just answer the question.
What's the question?
Have you ever seen me smoking crack or Tina?
Katrina, absolutely no.
Yes or no?
But you know, girl, I said no. But you remember my cousin was.
Where did you get this from?
Okay. So Katrina, I wasn't there with you when you were smoking Tina, but Minna was, and all of you. This is why I don't like to bring them girls. And this is okay. So Katrina,
you said Minna?
Have you ever saw me snort coke?
Lexy, I've never smoked a Tina or crack a day in my life.
So answer my question.
This
have you ever,
crazy.
when you try to
and
call
I
me
put
a
that on my dead mother and my dead father, may they rest in peace. I've never put a pipe to my motherfucking mouth.
What we doing here? We're never going to get to the bottom of it.
So for you to even sit up here and saying stuff that you never seen before.
You do now, bitch, you want me to tell you what I do? Witness you doing? You don't remember when me, you,
but Lexy, you just came up here and said I smoke crack and Tina.
So what we doing here?
I'll let you finish
and then you got.
So you lied.
I'm gonna tell you what I witnessed.
You just came up here and you lied.
Lexy, you just can't be up here lying on people. That's all.
So you just came up here and
tell me when you're done.
Lied.
Just tell me when you're done.
You can't be up here lying on bitches.
Okay, just tell me when you're done, baby.
2 bubble guns.
You done?
Finish
so I can speak. Okay, so
Kelly,
you remember me, you, my cousin, Netta, the girl. We all went to Dorney Park in Wild World of Kingdom, and you.
Yes, I do remember.
And you and Kiana, y'all was doing fucking Special K on the water ride.
Yes, I was.
You remember that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you don't remember you and Shadira doing crack?
You don't remember we gave you a hit?
Bitch, you fucking
Oh
smoking
shit!
dick.
You don't remember we gave you a hit?
Talk about it,
Katrina,
Sway. Talk about it.
Katrina, on everything I love. Can we get
That's
Keon?
how I
Like,
knew that
okay,
you did
girl.
coke, girl.
I'll let you
You don't
have
remember
it.
we gave you a
You
hint,
have
girl?
never
Talk
in
about it,
life.
Sway.
Okay.
She
You
ate
know
that.
the lie is more
But
entertaining. So
finish.
I'm not even going to get bent out of shape about
Finish your
that.
story. I'm gonna let you finish your
Okay,
story.
so the lie is more entertaining. Of course, they will eat that up. I have never in my life did any kind of drugs with you whatsoever. I don't even
Lexy,
indulge in that type of
gave
stuff.
you a bump. Lexy, I gave you a bump
Lexi,
at
I'm
your
we've done
Katrina,
coke.
stop. Like,
Oh
come
my
on,
God,
man.
Lexi, are you
If I
serious right
promise.
Are
now?
you serious?
Lexi, we've done coke before downtown
Lexi,
in
Lexi,
Philly
for
near the
I
parking
gave you
lot,
a
bitch.
bump
You
at your
Katrina,
tripping,
I've
house.
never
nah.
even seen you downtown Philly before, baby girl.
you done
Stop.
took
Lexi,
a
Like,
you
bump
never
what?
Lexi, I
saw
from
me
gave
other
you a
downtown
bump
Philly in the
people.
at
parking
your.
Yo, we
lot?
got 9
That's
minutes, y'all. Make the
crazy.
room
That's
lucky, y'all.
funny.
Let's go. We got 9 minutes.
Listen,
1,
Katrina, if
2,
you want to
3.
do
Go
that,
ahead.
that's cool. It's no sweat off my back because I know what I do, so I'm not even
Wow.
bent out of shape behind that. But
Y'all, run it up,
Lexi,
y'all.
I gave you a
I'm
bump
never going to get
at
bent
your
out of shape
apartment.
because I know that's a lie.
Can I
But
get
you
some
were doing crack
bubble
in
guns?
Philly. Can we, right or wrong? You was doing
So
crack cocaine,
Lexi, let me
glass
ask you a
dicks.
question, Lexi.
Lexi, I've never
So
done
Lexi, let
crack
me ask you a
before.
question,
She's
But
not
Lexi.
you,
being
So
intense.
Lexi, you already said that you have never seen her do crack or Tina. So this is
right.
hearsay.
So just like she called me a cokehead, she never seen me do that either. So that's hearsay.
I
Lexi,
seen you
I've
do
done
it. I
coke
seen
with
you do
you,
it.
girl.
I seen you do it. I seen you do it, Lexi. I seen you do it.
I've
Erica,
done it with her. That's how I
Erica,
know.
let me
That's why I
explain
know she's
something to
in here
you.
lying.
When you
I
That's
came
seen
the
over after
only
the
way
ball,
that I'm
after that
able to
ball,
call you a
you
when you
pulled
and
out the
cokehead
Ayana
Ziploc
on
bag
Michelle
full.
Facebook
came over to
because
my
I've
daughter's
done
house,
it with you,
Erica, you
sweetie.
had pink
Y'all, run it up.
cocaine.
Let's go.
No, you had.
What is going on? What is going on? Okay. I just needed a second. Hold on.
Pink cocaine, you had shrooms, you had everything fucking drug known to fucking man, bitch.
Lexi, I
We
never
ain't in
did
the same spot, girl.
She lying. She
You
Oh,
are
lying.
see,
I
now
pinky
never
she
up
did a
fucking
lying.
shroom.
That's not
Scotty.
I
nice.
never
That's
did a
not good for you
shroom
to
or
just
You
be
are
pink
making up these
fucking
lies
cocaine
in
pinky
in
up
here,
my
Scotty,
life.
Lexi.
bitch. You are a
She
fucking
is
guinea
lying.
pig, bitch. You are
Oh,
a
I
test
know she.
dummy.
Oh,
I ain't
I
never
know
did
she.
them kind of harsh drugs. Life ain't
Oh,
never
so
hit that
I
fucking
know
hard to
she
me.
up
Sit
here
up
lying
here.
on
It never
Katrina
did,
because
and it
now
Wait,
never
she
will.
lying.
Kelly,
Now
let me
she
say
lying.
something.
Ayana,
What,
Ayana,
You're
Lexi,
not
girl?
good.
dating
Ayana
her.
was
Hold
sitting
on,
there
hold on,
let
like,
me
y'all,
say
y'all. Hold
something. Let
on.
me say
Let
something.
Katrina say
Ayana,
something.
where we
Go ahead,
at?
Trina.
Hey,
Go
Let
hey.
me
ahead.
say something.
Thank you.
The fact
Don't
that
Ayana's
let
right
bitch
here.
that came up
let
and
Ayana
me
was
say
with
smile.
something,
me.
How
Twin.
about that?
Hold on, y'all. The fact that
Tell
that
Katrina that
Lexi
came
came up
up and
here.
fucking
Ho-
smile right now.
Can I
Hold
finish
on.
talking?
Talk
Hold on,
that.
Lexi,
Let's go,
Lexi,
came up and fucking
Lexi,
smile.
Lexi,
Smile for
Lexi.
me, daddy. Let me see your
Hold on.
grill. Let's put it
She
in
said,
face.
Lex,
she said,
Hold on. Let me let her speak. Hold on. Go ahead, Katrina. Let me unmute the cat.
but
Go ahead.
the fact that you came up here and you just made up a whole lie about me smoking crack and Tina, that's not that was not cool. That's number one. I've never smoked crack or Tina. That's number one. And that was kind of late for you to come up here and try to spread that lie. Like that was really, really, really tacky. But like I told you before, I've never seen you in a good shoe. I've never seen you in a good wig. I've never seen you in good makeup. And I've never seen you in a good fit.
I'm muted.
Also, since we're reading and me making up lies or whatever, I'm gonna actually tell the truth. Your implants have been deflated since the motherfucking crystal ball in 1999.
Oh my
Let's clear that up. You don't have a cleavage line, okay?
God.
And then like the designer shoes, the Versace shoes that you keep putting on, them shits, like I never see you in nothing new. Everything is like 1999. Like everything is a throwback. But that's all. I just came over here to see what was going on. I didn't come over here to stay and go back and forth with Lexi or whatever the case may be. You felt some type of way because I said no thank you to being on your podcast. I never disrespected you, Lexi. I never came at you, and I always rooted for you. So for you to just come at me on Facebook and try to disrespect my character and bring up something that I dealt with in the past because I said no thank you to your podcast, that just showed me what kind of person you really was and how you always felt about me. First of
Okay.
all, I loved your podcast. Like I was a fan of your podcast. I watch your podcast. I still like your podcast or whatever the case may be. But you cannot bully people or threaten people into doing your podcast. You can't. That's not how life works. You did the same thing with Sanaya, and I was on the live on TikTok when you was reading Sanaya on your TikTok live because you said she didn't want to do the podcast and how you was more famous than Sanaya and da 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 da. So I'm not the first person you attacked that said no thank you to being on your podcast. That's not cool. All you're going to do is stop other people from coming on your podcast. That's all you're going to do. And I didn't even come up here to go back and forth with you or whatever the case may be, because I'm in a different space in my life. Like my peace is so protected. I didn't come up here to go back and forth or whatever the case may be. But Lexi, you're not a polished up pearl for you to think that you can attack people or you're better than everybody. You're not a polished up pearl at all. Your name was not being mentioned when it came to Femme Queen performance. You was never on the list. They never mentioned you. You had to come back as a comedian and being funny. That's how you came back in the picture. But y'all have a good night. Kelly, I love you.
Love you,
Nikki,
Brad.
I
Hold
love
on, but
you,
let her
Auntie.
respond.
Twin, I love you. Y'all have a
Okay,
good night. I
yeah,
will
you
see
can
y'all
go down.
later.
You can, yeah, we had enough of you. My history dates back to 1999. I'm even up here telling my age. Like, I am a bona fide certified icon. That's without a shadow of a doubt. Every time you watch my podcast, because you do every drop, I'm always in a designer toe. With the receipts. I don't have to debate that portion
Them
with
shits
you.
be looking late.
Okay, so that's, I mean,
Stop! Come on, y'all. We got 4 minutes, y'all. We got
that's
4
your
minutes.
opinion.
Let's go.
Erica, like this is not even about you no more.
1,
So I
2,
would
3.
never feel any type of way about a fucking has-been.
You
You
started
understand
with
what I'm
me,
saying?
babe.
Like this bitch got one fucking booking in Australia, and now the price have went up. Bitch, when the price was ever up for you? You understand what I'm saying? Like how does this is what I be talking about the mean girl energy that she give. She actually made a status and said yesterday's price wasn't today. It's not today's price. Bitch, when did you ever have a price from the beginning? This your first booking. You see what I'm saying? With y'all bitches need to just be humble. And for you to ever
3
say I
minutes,
have
y'all.
not
3
always
minutes.
been the girl, I mean that's laughable. But that's your opinion,
Two bubble
Katrina.
gums.
Like
Well,
that's really
so
your
I want to say,
that's your opinion.
well, Lexi, I want to say a lot of people, because we asked, because they did have that on the lineup for last week, Monday, about what Katrina said. But a lot of people didn't see anything wrong with what Katrina said about
But
yesterday's
okay, so
prices and
Kelly, that's
today's
fine and good.
prices.
You always supposed to big yourself up. But what do you mean? Yesterday's price is not today's price. This was her first price. Bitch, I done been to fucking Sweden. Bitch, I done been booked out in Detroit. Bitch, I done spoke at universities in
Thank you,
fucking
Bucci.
Boston. Bitch, it's all documented. I done hosted Philly
Thank you.
Gay Pride just a few weeks to fucking go.
Child, honey, I don't even understand what the girls is fussing about. I feel like here we go again. I don't know if this is a stunt, a publicity stunt, or I don't know if this is real BS because Katrina has started coming back out. I mean, the lady just started coming back out, and she had to be convinced to come back out, and she's still not inspired to be out. But the people want her to be out. We want all of y'all to be out. Why y'all hating on each other? It's enough for everybody. It's giving no shade. It's giving hater. Because why should she have to humble herself? Why should any of us have to humble ourselves? For who? Who are we humbling ourselves for? We have already let her know that she is Hurricane Katrina. Just like we have let you know that you are the iconic sexy Lexy. Like, and this is why I can't stay in it like I was, because I don't get it. The math ain't mathing for me. No. Child, baby. Lexi, it's looking like you always have a problem with the girls. It's looking like every other weekend you got a problem with the girls younger than you, Lexi. What's going on? What's going on, honey? We live for Katrina. We don't care if she smoked. We not judging people for their substance use, Lexi. We ain't judging you for yours, honey. And in the same 15 or 20 minutes of this live stream that I watched, Sexy Lexy also got into it with Erica. Yes, Erica Vin, Mother Vin from HBO Max Legendary. Yes, that Erica. Yes, it's your girl. Yeah. Yeah. Chat. Run it.
Entertaining. We love to see you. We love for you to make us.
Don't forget that I was one of the ones that put in petition, bitch, when they wasn't feeding you in fucking jail. When you was lit in jail and they was treating you badly, look on my time.
Entertaining. We love to see you. We love for you to make us laugh.
Erica, you're not entertaining.
Oh,
Bitch, don't forget that I was one of the ones that put in petition, bitch, when they wasn't feeding you in fucking jail. When you was lit in jail and they was treating you badly, look on my timeline and scroll down. I was the one that was petitioning for you because, bitch, you wasn't eating and you was getting mistreated. Funny how we forget about that, felon. You understand what I'm saying? So don't get up here with your
Lexy,
borrowing fashions and your hootie in a blowfish fucking face and your bitch ass fucking nose and your big ass fucking feet and you borrowing and taking back shit. You have never been that fucking girl. You are just starting to get recognition, Erica, since you became a Lin-Vin. Now, I'm not even arguing with you because any bitch that get pissed thrown in their face and they don't punch, we ain't on the same level. Period. Move. Move, blowface.
Can I get some gambling gift shot? Can I
move,
bubblegum? I got 1
any
minute.
bitch that get a cup of fucking piss thrown in their face and escalators and don't retaliate, we can't talk no more. Goodbye.
So we can see she's slow.
Bye.
We can see.
Not a cup of R. Kelly thrown in your face at Esqualitas. Was it during the Rumble Ball?
We can see she off her because Kelly just sat there and told you what happened afterwards. She threw piss at me, mistake, and she ended up in ICU.
No, she threw piss in your face.
And she ended up in ICU getting stitched up.
No, girl, not from your doings.
Yes, from my
doing. So we ain't even gonna play these fucking games.
Kelly, who did it?
Listen, I know meet you your house father, but you forget that's been my brother for 4 years. You borrow his fucking cat suit. You've been borrowing pieces since the doing.
Danielle went to the hospital. Danielle went to the hospital. She went to jail.
So Danielle was the one who threw the cup of R. Kelly in Erica's face, honey. And Danielle who, since we're talking about it, Danielle who, let's clarify because there's a lot of Danielles. But yeah, Danielle went to the hospital and Erica was the one who put her in the hospital and Erica went to jail. My God, today. We are here, Jesus. We are here, honey. What Kelly always says, she's here for the honey, well, we here for the shih tzu too, baby.
I have 2 questions. I went to jail.
I don't have any time for no more fucking questions because these weird bitches come up here making up fucking lies and alibis. None of y'all bitches ain't on my motherfucking level.
I don't want to be on your level, bitch. That shit too low.
But you know what? No, my level is high because the house that I'm in, I own it. It has my name on it. So
it's
keep
low
moving around affordable housing. Move around affordable housing.
6 of those.
I don't live in affordable housing.
I have a mortgage.
I don't live in
affordable
affordable housing.
Of like $267. Bitch, we ain't the same.
I don't live in affordable housing. My rent is
We're not the fucking same.
My rent is $4K a month, baby.
Okay.
Yes. I don't gotta eat pussy to pay for it. You eat.
I don't eat pussy either. I don't even fuck with no dyke, bitch. I'm a well-kept motherfucking woman.
Girl,
and bitch, every time you see I'm in my car is a Mercedes.
Oh, baby, and then it goes into F slurs and D slurs, and really they talking to each other and talking about each other and calling each other F slurs and D slurs, and then Lexy makes it very clear that she don't play the misgendering game.
Let's lie.
What do you mean lie, Erica? What are you talking about? Who got kicked out of where?
I don't know.
Get 2 bubble guns.
Tell me.
Oh, I've never got kicked out of nowhere in my life, bitch. Like, are you dumb?
Lexy, I love you, boo boo. I'ma still watch the show.
You don't love me. This the fake shit that I be talking about from the beginning. That I love you.
So it's never like I said, no love lost.
Kelly, I sent you the screenshots how she was on my phone.
And see, this is when I don't get it because, honey, the girls be saying fighting words to each other, be ruining each other public image. Honey, they supposed to be all about image. I just be confused. I be confused because then at the end of it be I love you and stink of butts and poo poo and voulez-vous coucher avec moi, you know, for the girls that's in Paris. I'm confused. But Lexy won that battle. Lexy won that battle because Erica, we still trying. What did you say? Where was your read, Lex? I mean, Erica, where was your read for Lexy, Erica? We didn't hear it. We didn't catch it. Well, yeah, no, yeah, honey. But baby, I got to get out of here. I done been here way longer than I thought I would be. Ooh, we done been on this line real bad, honey. Ooh, my God. We almost into the next day. So let me hurry up and post this up so that y'all can see it. But you already know what it's giving. You can support the channel by checking out the merch. Of course, my merch store is here. Yeah. Link in the description. What was that? Was that Russian? What was that? Was that Ukrainian? Honey, that was coming out. Link in the description for the merch shop. But just you being here is more than enough. And if you want to support me, please support me. Please be supportive. It's free. Like, share this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that you know every time that I'm on here streaming and kikiing and cutting up. But you already know what it's giving. Peace, love, and blessings to you and yours. Until next time.